Right then, welcome back to Narnia Prince Caspian. So, last time we ended up doing a fair few things, but there were a few little bits that was just a little bit missed out. And basically what I mean by that was that I forgot a few little bits and pieces where they should have been in the first place. Which was basically a thing that would have been a treasure chest that was in this level, which was called Aslan's Howl, and that was the level we did do last time, and I just missed one. I knew roughly where it was, but just went a bit too far ahead, or either not far enough, or it was just hidden in another place where I should have looked in the first place. But everybody makes mistakes, don't they? Anyway, okay, so in this game with Narnia Prince Caspian, as I said before, you get to have treasure chests to open up, which would say bonus unlocked. And when you find something or do something, for example, say if you got Peter's hook to pull something down, it'll say bonus unlocked, and all those kind of things like that, which would go with the chests that will say bonus unlocked. And where the bonus unlocked will be put in to a window like this one here that will say bonus concept, if that's what CONCEPT is spelled to be. Also with art right beside it. Also, another thing will be either bonus levels or any bonus level, and also it could be bonus foot age as well. It could be any of them. Right, so with these bonus things, what I'm going to do is leave those for now and possibly show you them in my next recording, possibly, or either show you them in this recording. It just depends on how well this recording goes, as well as, of course, I will redo some of the other levels that has been done previously, which would be this window, which will say Maras's Castle Invitation, if that's what INFILTRATION is spelled to be. Also, I will redo possibly runs of Caraparava, if that's what RUINS is spelled to be. Also, I will redo Caraparava as well, just to show you where the chests are. As well as I will redo Maras's Castle accent, once again, if ASSAULT is spelled to be. Also, probably what I'm going to do is do this one as well, just to show you where the final chest is that I just left out somehow before we get to do the last window, which will be Battle. Let's do it this way. Battle FIELD, what that spells, of BERUNA, whatever that spells to be. Also, I will let you know how many chests there'll be before you can find out how many there are, because you have to finish off a certain level in certain bonus things that's got to be done, and bits and pieces in the levels of the windows, whichever ones you do. So further ado, what we're going to do is redo this one, just to remind you what you saw last time, if you have checked my other recordings. But if not, then you can always recheck all of them. And also, in this game, you get to use all sorts of characters. Instead of having Lucy, Susan, Evan, the little guy, which will have a hook and a dagger, including Peter, but you get to use Prince Caspian as well. But also with the other levels and the other windows I've done, of my other recordings I've done, you will saw some other characters I've used. So you'll be lucky to use all sorts of other characters instead of the 4 children that was done on the Lion of Witch and Wardrobe recordings I've done on my YouTube channel. So further ado. Right, so you would have saw this area that have all sorts of things which allow you to go one way and to this way, which would be the other chest that I missed, as well as if you do forget any of the chests that you haven't opened up, or either you haven't got enough keys, because you're going to need keys in this level. Well, in the game, shall we say. Yeah, you're going to have to find several other keys and the right number for the chest to be opened up. So remember that. Okay, so what we're going to do is redo this level to get the other chest before we continue on reminding you where we left off before I ended the video last time. And you would have saw these guys as well, which are tamarins. And also the other reason probably why I left the chests is the other thing that you can do is because you might not have enough chests, or either you didn't want to open it until you found the rest of the other chests before you know exactly how many are in each area that you can redo in this game. Right, so these tamarins here, they're basically going to try and take over Narnia, and you got to stop them. And this guy with this little stick here, and the other tamarins that's there. Right, also what you want to do is L1 and press X so you can get the bow involved. Right, so once again, this is the chest on the left that would have 3 keys to spend. So I'm going to open this one up. So like I said, if you haven't got enough keys or you think you want to save it for a little while, you can redo the levels that way. So you can do that as well if you want. Right, now, at the top of the right-hand side there, at the top in the middle of the screen there, now that's got a bow of arrows. Now, basically what that means, when it flashes, going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out all the time, which means a load of arrows are going to keep coming. So what you want to do is wait until it disappears, and then you can move ahead. Because these are fire arrows, that's going to fucking hit you. So once that's disappeared, you can move ahead all the way over here. And you'll find some tamarines here. Now what you want to do is take down the tamarines, including this guy that's got the stick. And also what you want to do is try and get rid of the other tamarines as well. Because otherwise, if you don't, one of the tamarines will pick up that stick to say, yep, we're going to fire some arrows and we're going to hit you with it. So just remember that. Right, also there would have been the chest over here if you needed it. Also, I'm going to just remind you where they are. So there's 7 in total. So there's 2 chests if you want to open it. And also, you'll need your Peter with his hook. And L1, press X and turn L3 clockwise and keep turning it. So you can hook your string and your hook against the wall or somewhere. So you can climb up some certain places. Which once again, there's a chest here. That'll be your third one. So like I say, you can always redo these levels so you can keep picking up the keys and pick up the small little piece. Now you're wondering what the fuck are they for? Right, well what they're for is for your characters or whoever you're using. Will allow each one of the colours to change into different colours. Now once again, you would start with red and it will turn into silver and it will turn into gold and then it will turn into blue. That's how that can change. So there's your 3 chests. So far.
They are a problem we cannot afford.
Right, once again, you have to go this way. And that's the only way you can go. Also what you want to do is open another chest, which will be over here. There's your 4th. And also what you want to do is go over here and press circle once and slap the X several other times and keep doing it. For a rock. To squash them. But some survives. And other things can be pushed over. Right, so what you want to do now is continue going back. So you can. Now go through here. Right, that's where you got to get to next. Right, before you do absolutely anything, let's possibly collect some small things if you want them. Also, you find a shield thing for you to be protected for a few seconds or so. Right, what you want to do is go up here, where you find another chest tucked over here. That'll be your 5th. And what you want to do is deal with this guy with the stick and take down the others. Because like I say, one of these guys will take the thing and pick it up for the Tamarines to fire arrows at you. And you don't want them to do that. Right, also with these small pieces, when you pick the correct number of those things, each one of your colours of whichever, it will change eventually into one of the shapes to be a different colour than the others. So remember that. Also, you'll find another key here if you need it. Right, now what you want to do is stand here, hold L1 and press X and turn L3 clockwise and keep turning it. And then what you want to do is pull yourself up. Where you find another Tamarine with their stick. So take that one down, including the other one. And of course, your 6th chest will be here. If you want to open it. And you're wondering where the 7th is. Well, before you get to find it, you'll be finding all this stuff going on, which will be the Aslan's Howl. Right, so what you want to do is take down these Tamarines, especially the ones with the stick. To stop the arrows from hitting over here. So what we want to do is also collect some more keys if you need them. What you need to do is get Prince Caspian involved to take some Tamarines down. And what you want to do is get Peter involved again. L1 and X and L3 clockwise. Or even you can just press the X and L3 clockwise. Whichever way you want to do it. You're still pissing about on me, are you? I don't think so. So as long as you take them down, especially the ones that hasn't got the stick, so you can climb up. Right, also you'll find 3 of these guys with the sticks. So what you want to do is just take them down so you can stop them. Right, also you want to circle once and X several times on this bit. And take down this guy with a stick. And the guy on this side as well. So do that as well. Right, so once you've done that bit, you will now be able to go over here now. You should be able to. Obviously, I'm thinking of something else, maybe. I think it's obviously something else I'm thinking of. Okay, anyway. Right, so what you want to do is take down all of the guys with their sticks. And there are 3 of them. As long as you know where they are. Right, also if you do die, all you got to do is just kick the shit out of the tamarains. As well as if you're concerned about losing the keys that you've picked up, don't worry about that because it won't happen. So you're okay. So don't forget, always do circle and do the X several times. And then you'll be all good. Right, now what you will need to do now is still feel free to walk around and kick some shit out of the tamarains if you want. It's all up to you. Right, your 7th chest will be over here if you need it. So remember that. Right, next of all, what you want to do is go over here and use your bow. And take down just 1 tamarain. Because there's only going to be 1 with the stick. And don't forget, L1, X once, and L3 3 times. Well, clockwise, so I say. Right, also the way to switch characters, stand by one of them, and press the triangle. And then you'll be able to switch them. And then you should be able to do a nice walk to the Aslan's Howl. And there is Lucy, don't forget. Okay, right, so now what we're going to do is continue on before we can get to the next window. Right, so first of all, before I ended the video, last time, you saw this lovely bit, which would have moved. And where you would have saw a fair few things that was done in this circle section. And also, you would have saw me pick up several other keys in this area. And you would have saw me pick up another key from over here as well. But also, in this game, you can always go downwards and back and forward places. If you want some more keys from certain other levels that was done, then feel free to do that as well. Right, also you saw me go up all the way up here. And you would have saw this lovely little colour thing here, which would have had a picture of Aslan, and it would have gone down, which would have led into the bit that I did do before I ended the video, which is what I'm going to do, is show you how to do it, if you haven't checked my last recording, before we get to see the next window of the levels that's got to be done.
No more blood shall be spilt but ours. Let us settle this dispute with a duel.
Sire, our military advantage alone provides the perfect excuse to avoid what might otherwise happen. His Majesty would never refuse. He relishes the chance to show the
Now we get to it.
And you would have saw the mouse, which is River Chief. But also you would have saw a chest here that you had to open up. Right, what you want to do with this dude is get him to run somewhere and then move out of the way, and then use Peter's shield by pushing R2, and then press triangle to the mouse and press circle once and X several times to jab him in the neck 3 times. So once again, do it 3 times. And once again, what you have to do is what I'll do. Get him to stand over it, move the weight, use R2. And then press circle once, X several times with the mouse. River Chief. Right, so once again, what you want to do is get him to come towards you, move out of the way a little bit. And then when he does the R, press the R2 and hold it in. And then press triangle by the mouse. And press circle once, X several times. To jab in the neck 3 times. And once you've done that bit, what you want to do is make him run out of the way. And make sure you move out of the way. So, like I say, what you want to do, get him to run, move out of the fucking way. When he goes blue, slap the square once. Once again, do it again, make him run away. Make him turn into blue. Keep an eye on where he is. Whack him once. And you're going to have to do it 4 times. Before something happens to him. Which will allow you to get to the next window, which will allow you to use Prince Caspian, P up, and those are the only 2 characters you can use. Right, as that has just happened, what I'm going to do is skip that for a moment, so I can't spoil the fun, especially if you've never played it before, or either never watched the film before, because you can get some nice cutscenes as well. And so, you have now got Battle Field, that spells exactly, with of Beruna. Well, that spells to be exactly as well. Also, you have got 6 chests to open up this time. Basically, what you got to do is find them. So here we go. But also, like I said, you've got some cutscenes, and also what I'm going to do is let you watch this one, because we skipped it, because I didn't want to spoil it. So here we go.
Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe you do have the makings of a Temperin king, after all. Not one like you. Keep your life. But I am giving the Narnians back their kingdom. My king. I'll be with you when this is over. It is over.
And that bow belongs to Susan. Someone used it. So now we've got to protect the archers. Right, now you get to use Peter and Prince Caspian. Right, now you have 10 of a Pacific enemy, which is a Tamarain that will have arrows, which will be fire arrows. And the others will have swords. Now, it depends on which ones you knock down first. But also you'll have another Tamarain with a shield. But also you can use the bow as well. Also what you want to do is keep moving at times, because otherwise this guy will whack you up. So as long as you keep moving and use your bow. So like I say, what you want to do is just keep moving. Right, so you've got 24 arrow dudes. To take down. And with the swords, there'll be 10. Well, I could be wrong. And what I mean by that is that you get either just 10 fire arrow Tamarains and 24 just normal arrow dudes instead. So it's one of those two. But I'm pretty sure it's 100% it's got to be 24 arrow dudes and 10 fire arrow dudes, which will involve the Tamarains having fire arrows to hit them with. And once you take any of those number of those things down, you'll be up against him and his Tamarains. Right, what you want to do is use your sword and take the other Tamarains down, apart from the one with the shield. Concentrate with the others first. So don't worry about the dude with the shield. Concentrate with the others first. Also what we want to do is move out the way wherever the shield dude is. So you can concentrate with the others to deal with. Because otherwise he's going to deal with you. So, once you've dealt with him and his mates, you just got to deal with him. Right, so what you want to do is use Peter's shield. Wait for him to hop straight over. And whack him once. And you got to do it 5 times. So once he moves and runs somewhere. Also, you got to try and stay alive as well. Also, sometimes what you can is get into chase after you. Where are you? Oh well. Right, so like I say, you want to keep an eye on where he is. Get him to sort of chase after you. Until he decides to do something. Look at that. So once he does that, move the way, whack him once, and then do the same thing again until he does that stunt, which will be a jump, and then he'll be done. But once you do that bit, you have to do it again. But what we'll do is skip that, as you saw that once, and skip the other bit. Right, so further ado, all you need is Prince Caspian's bow. That's the way you can do it, which would be the better idea. So like I say, with the bow, tamarinds with the fire arrows, there are 24 of them, and there is only 10 tamarinds that just has normal arrows for you to take down. Also, what you'll have to do is wait for some to return. Also, what you don't want to do is get yourself stuck somewhere, because otherwise you're going to hit you. Also, like I say, what you want to do is just keep moving. And also, some of these tamarines will allow you to have normal arrows. Shall we say, that they'll allow him to try and catch up with you. So also what you want to do is try and give yourself plenty of space to fire an arrow after the other. As well as each one of these tamarines, when you deal with them, I'll either give you a chance to get a bit of health. Oi. See? And how did I miss? Right, also once again, with your health, you can always go and get some of these tamarines, or either just let your health go down if you want, but don't do that. Right, so further ado, back to this guy. take down the other Tamarins. Also, what you can do with them, take them down with your arrows. Which would be another way of doing it. I'll press an X. And I believe you have to do it about 9 times before you have to deal with him. So, fair ado. Get P up. Get him to do his jump stunt. So what you want to do is just basically make him try and trace after you. Move it away. Keep an eye on where he is. Whack him 5 times before he's dealt with. So like I say, what you want to do is keep an eye on where he is. So you get a chance of whacking him before he ends up getting back up. Or does what he does best. So like I say, you need to do it 5 times. Also, sometimes he might not go where you want him to be. As long as you keep an eye on where he is, then he'll be alright. Oi. Go on, do that bit. So as long as you keep an eye on where he is and what he's doing, as long as he does the bit you see what he's doing, without him fucking killing you. So it might take me a little while. One more to go. And then he's down and he's done. What are we going to do now? Yeah, you've done that. So like I say, what you want to do is keep an eye on where he is, what he's doing. As long as he does the blue bit. No, too late. So like I say, you want to keep an eye on where he is, what he's doing. And make sure you don't walk into him. Oh, yeah. So like I say, you don't want to get him to hit you. There's also what you can do is stay around it so you can keep an eye on him. And once that's done,
That looks like the way. Follow me.
you'll get the fun bit to do very shortly. If you played the game before, you know exactly what I mean. Right, you'll find a a bit of bark, block in the way. Right, also what you'll find, yourself to climb over it. And then you'll find some more Tamarines getting in your bloody way.
For the king!
Also, you've got your centaur with you. Right, also you've got a lever hit. So push circle and slap it X several times and just keep doing it. Which will now bring some platforms down. Oh, fucking done me. They did it again.
That looks like the way. Follow me.
So far we do. As I was going to say, we can do is go over here. You can press circle and slap it X several times to pull a lever up. While the centaur of the AI will do the bit. And you can bring a bit of this up. And also with the centaur, you can always just make him run or walk. To run him over. If you want. You'll find a key over there. Right. Also what you can find is yourself to go over here and use your bow to hit a thing, which will bring another bit of that over so you can get across to the other side. And now what you can do is go over here where you can get a key. And also what you can do is find yourself some more Tamarines to get anyway. And they're obviously putting me off for something. I'm trying to figure something. I know what I'm thinking. The Tamarines are obviously putting me off. Right, so what I'm trying to do is allow yourself to stand on something which will bring something. Where is it? The other way, Tamarines. You're in the way. Right, also sometimes these Tamarines can get in the way, just to stop you doing what you're supposed to do. Ah, stand there, you idiot. Okay. Right, so what we want to do is go down over to here somewhere. Where is it? It's probably over here. There. Right, so what you want to do is go down it. This is the bit I was going to get to. Right, you'll find a chest here that will take 5 keys off you. As we've got 57. Right, at the bottom of the screen there with the keys up, there is a map there. Now that map there will show you a silver shape, which will say there's an object you can pick up. But if it's a gold, it will say there's a chest there where you can open one. So always keep an eye on the gold and silver shapes. Right, also like I said with the centaur, you can always make him run them over. Run the tamarins over. Because they're either going to piss you off or something else. Right, okay, so you'll find a chest here that's going to take 5 keys off you. So don't forget, circle once, X several times before you can open it. Right, so once you've done all this stuff, what you want to do is find yourself, collect another couple of keys. And find yourself another chest. Up it, which will take 10 keys off you. As long as you've got plenty, then you'll be all good. So there you go, there's another chest there. Right, so now what you want to do is get back down. Right, once these tamarins are out your way, what you want to do is go over here. Where you find a button to push. And what you want to do is stay there while the other AI, or whoever you're using, that'll get to the other one. But she hasn't got a fucking clue where he's going. Oh no, he stands on it. Which will now do this bit. Now what you want to do is go over here and press circle once and turn L3 clockwise and keep turning it. Don't stop. So the statue will turn the other way. And then what you want to do is go to the other one and do the same thing. Circle once and L3 clockwise. And just keep turning it. Which will now open up the door. And you can get through here. And you'll find some more centaurs.
Collapse these support columns. Their lives depend on us.
Right, so now what you want to do is, of course, find yourself in another area, which is involving another bit of the level. It'll involve you get to use some more centaurs and also have some more fun with breaking things, which is another part of the big fun thing. Right, what you want to do is press triangle and get this guy to climb on top of this guy, and press sweep, which will bring a rock down. Right, now you'll find another key here if you need it. You'll find another rock, so square once. Right, at the top of the at the top in the middle of the screen there is 4 people. And basically that's involving that the how of the Narnian's place is being attacked. And what you want to do is stop it from happening. But also you find another rock over here. And also what you don't want to do is go too far forward, because otherwise you cannot go that very far, and the whole place over here has been attacked with these things, and that is why you do not want to go too far, as well as make sure that circle goes all the way down, because if it does, there isn't nothing left. Okay, so don't forget that. Right, so once you've done that, what you want to do is move forward. Well, some of this will fall down. And once that's done, you'll get another part of a chance. Right, you'll find some more keys here for you to collect, if you want them. Also, you'll find some more of these things to knock down. Right, so if you're wondering how the fuck you do this, well, what you want to do is press circle and pick one of these up. And press X to throw one of those at those things. To break it. And there's two of those. So you got to break two of those from over there. And then what you want to do is go back on this guy, where you have to fist a couple of these down. And there'll be another one over here. And once you've done that bit, the sensor will move ahead to say we've got to move on, which will now bring some more rocks down. And now you'll find yourself to use this sensor to run straight over something, which is where you'll find another chest that will take 5 keys off you. And once you've done that bit, you can now feel free to use this guy again. It's a fist, another rock, another rock. Over this side, you find another 2. Especially one over here. And what you want to do again is get off the big guy, so you can pick up another rock like this thing and throw it exactly over there. And then there'll be another one, I think. No, there's only one. But there could be. Well, there's definitely one over here. What are you in my bloody way? There'll be one over there. And then there'll be another. Bit of this coming. So as long as you don't take too long, and then you'll be right. So just make sure you don't take far too long. And so next, feel free to throw another rock over there. And now you can move over it, which is now where you're going to need this guy. Let's go over to this big rock, press circle once and slap it several other times. And once you do, and this is where the best bit comes. First, what you want to do is use this guy. To move forward. And what you want to do is also you could just go straight up it for you to break small things if you want. It's all up to you. You can go this way. And even when you move forward, over it, without riding onto the other guy, you can find a key. And you'll find some tamarins on their horses. Right, also you will find yourself another chest. It will take 10 keys off you. So circle once, X several times before you can open it. Right, also you'll find another chest over here. It'll take 15 keys off you. 15 of them. Right, then what you want to do is move ahead. Right, also with the chests, when you've opened them, you don't always have to worry about opening them again, because you don't have to do that. But also you can use this guy. And take him all the way over to here, where you have 30 tamarins to deal with. 30 of them. Where you have to stop 30 tamarins, even with the horses. Even if you're tired of using the same thing or don't want to ride the big dude, you always just press triangle towards another tamarin or towards another character, or just hope and pray that one of the characters will come towards you. So like I say, once you've opened the chests, don't worry about doing those again, because you don't have to. Also, when you open the chests, sometimes the time will speed up for the Centaur and Prince Caspian to be having a good chance of getting killed. So don't worry about that if you're a bit too concerned about it. Even weak-handed, with these Tamarins on their horses, you don't have to kill them. You can always just run straight further forward towards where the Centaur is, without them keep running you over or stop you from getting towards them. And then once you've done that, you can now fucking running over. But also with this tall guy, he won't die as quick as the guy on top of the other guy. So it's probably best to use this guy to deal with the horses, because they won't be able to get you. But like I say, once you've dealt with them, you can just get off the Tamarins, get off the tall guy, so, and just deal with the others. And he should be all okay. So like I say, it works either way. As long as these Tamarins come towards you. So as long as they do, even what you can do, if they're coming from the way you just came, you can always just go back that way. Or just go the way where they're coming from the other side. And once you've done 30 of them,
Back to the hall. The Narnian army needs you.
now this is the very best bit comes on. You pretty know exactly what happens.
Caspian!
Yeah, some more freaking Tamarins. And now you have to deal with this guy. Right, so what you want to do is now wait for him to go blue. But what you want to do is stand behind a rock, get him to whack it. Whack him once, stand about hit, press X and turn L3 clockwise. And slap that circle several times with P up, because he's the only one that's got the hook, which will. will take in that just the once. So then what you want to do is avoid him for now and take down the others. You can't, because you can't do nothing with him, because he's just going to protect himself after the R, after the R. Right, now what you want to do next is go to another rock, which will be over here somewhere. Get him to whack it. Whack him once. Once he's not be able to get you up. So once again, whack him once, move out of the way a little bit, press X and turn L3 clockwise. Slap that circle several other times before another bit of the rock will knock him down again. Then what we want to do is now continue moving on to deal with the other tamarins that's over here somewhere. So there's about 3 of these tamarins around it. There could be 4 of them. So once you've done that bit, you can go and get yourself some more health if you need it. Now what you want to do is stand about here and wait for him to whack against this rock. Whack him once, but also sometimes you want to try and get him in the right place before you can whack him. But also, like I said, you just got to whack him once, stand a bit of a distance away from him, and slap at X several times. Also, I've done it incorrectly as well. Right, hopefully I should be able to have enough. No, didn't have enough time. Right, so what you want to do is make sure he's giving you plenty of time. So like I say, what you want to do is try and get him to get to the left hand side of this rock before you get a chance to get the X push once and L3 turn clockwise and circle those several other times. And then once you've done that stuff, what will happen next is the other main best bit that's going to come up in a minute. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Do you know what that is? Oh yeah, the fucking trees. Oh yeah. So here we go, we got the best bit out of the lot. The fucking trees. Right, so the trees is wet. You're gonna need these to destroy every single bit of the things that the tamarins like to use, which are the whatever they are. And these tamarins seem to run off. So you're gonna have to deal with 6 of those rocket launchers, or however you pronounce them to be exactly. Right, so what you can do is press X for the head of the bark to slap gap, or you can press the square to get a bit of the twig to do swinging, I think it does, as far as I remember. Yeah, you can get a load of fun with all these broken bits. So as you go, you've got to go forward. And once again, you can have fun with smashing things up, especially if you're having a bad day or whatever. So further ado, what you want to do is find your first one of the rocket launchers, press circle once, X several load times, and just keep pushing it several load times before your first one breaks. And then what you want to do next is continue on to the next one, which will be over here. So circle once, X several load times before another one will break, and your next one will be over here. So feel free to press circle once, X several load times to break the next one. And then what you want to do is move forward a bit more, further ahead, which is where you'll find another one of these things, where you can press the circle and slap the X several load times to break the next one. And then what you want to do is continue on moving on over to here, where you'll find your fifth one that you can break. So feel free to break that. Then what you want to do is continue on moving to the next one, which will be the final one that will be over here. So circle once, X several times, and once you do that bit, you will be able to now
The boulders have stopped. Quick! The caspian can't be allowed to get away.
and there he is, as on a line roaring. There he is. And the big water crashing down. And there they are, all cheering on. And there you go. That is it for today. And next time I will be doing some more, showing you of some bits and pieces that was missed or whatever. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you soon. Take care.